Alright, good evening everyone. In just a few minutes here we're going to be joining an event. I'm actually going to be doing a race. We're just going to go ahead and say, find my mouse. Let's go. Actually starts in just a few minutes. I just got finished doing a 20-minute warm-up. It's a workout I created for myself. I think we've talked a little bit about that in the past. So you can create workouts as well as pre-made workouts. This workout takes me a 10-minute slow ramp into zone 3, I think it is. And then drops me into zone 2, sustained for the next 10 minutes. And yeah, so we're doing the Crit City race again. This one is the bell lap, so when we come out of the pens here, we're going to be making a right. So we will, depending on which direction you go, you either climb sustained, you're riding the course clockwise, or like we're riding today, you're going to ride it counterclockwise, so your climb is over the uphill rollers. Real quick, I need to make some adjustments here. No, I'm not cheating. I am making this accurate. So my weight, as of this morning, I weigh in every morning on a digital scale that uploads to my Garmin profile. Oh, it won't let me change that. Interesting. Maybe it will. Hold on. If not, I'll just leave it alone. Yeah, it won't let me change that. So I think I have to change it before I get in the ride, which I don't want to play around with now. My weight this morning was 163 point something. I was going to round up to 164. But I'm going to change my bike setup. I'm going to go with the Tarmac Pro again, with the Zip 202 wheels. The reason I was going to update my weight is to make it accurate. I don't have an issue having it be heavy when I'm doing my training stuff. It'd be like riding with backpack, you know, something where you have extra weight. And then on race day, you wouldn't have that, right? So that's why I was going to update it. I need to get my heart rate back up a bit. We'll give a little hello to everyone. Good evening from Mississippi. Total in the game, in all of Zwift Worlds plus events like this, 62.55. Your weather update. So 79 feels like 84, feels a lot hotter than that. 75% humidity, with some storms roll through. I'm going to stop talking now, because let me see if I can't hang for a while here. 8 laps, 40 of us in here. Let's see what happens. Last lap. Alright, I'm going to quit this real quick so that my stats are all locked in. I guess I don't get to. That's just awesome. Dumb. I guess I'll just ride now. I mean, you can tell my frustration level. That was stupid. So I finally did a proper warm up. Real quick, hopefully you can hear me better. I think I had the mic positioned wrong. So hopefully you can hear me better now. So I finally did a proper warm-up for that race. Missed the kickoff wattage. I brought it to about 400, but then slowed it down, I guess. I don't know. Looked like I was at like 250. So immediately I was out the back. So I had to work my way through. Caught a couple guys, worked with them. We were slowly reeling in that third guy, and I picked up an aero helmet. So at the top, after the climb, dropped the aero helmet, and well, first I noticed that I gapped the other two guys a little bit, and they weren't really catching on. And I wanted to try and pull in that other guy. So, dropped the aero helmet and bridged across. And they did catch back on. It's kind of what I was hoping for. So, having someone in a gap creates kind of that dangling carrot. Plus, you can get a little bit of a draft the closer you get to them. Right, so if, let's say, this guy in blue here was 5 meters away from me, I'm getting a little bit of a draft from him. And if he's 5 meters away from the other guy, he's getting a little bit of a draft. But I'm not getting any draft off the guy that's 10 meters away from me. All right, so as I bridge, as long as they're staying with me or bridging to me, then we all catch the third guy, and that's what happened. But I definitely burned some matches doing that, so I kind of settled in for a little bit. Into the third lap, into the fourth lap, and I think into the fifth lap, we got new personal records on the lap. So we were going faster and faster every lap, running negative splits essentially. My logic and strategy is, even though I messed up my shifting a couple times, I have a very specific shifting pattern I use as I go over those climbs. It's served me pretty well, as long as I do it right. And so my logic is, if I get the featherweight, I use it after there's like a little rise, first climb, then drop the featherweight for the last two climbs. Otherwise, if I drop it too soon, it ends before you get to the top of that last rise, and it looks flat and it feels like it isn't. So that's why I use that one. If I get the aero helmet, it'd be great for a sprint finish at the end. Otherwise, you try and bridge, or jump back on if you're falling off the back, or do some work up front. And then the draft, I tend to not use it on the downhill, because usually people aren't leaving you too quickly on a downhill, because they're trying to, even if they're putting the screws down, tightening the screws, I think mentally people have a tendency to want to recover some as well. So most of the time, I wouldn't use that on a downhill. Whoa. I would use it somewhere along the flats. So there's a flat on the top. If you want to use it there, I tend not to unless someone's attacking off the climb. Because even with that, most people's attack off that climb isn't too deep because they probably dug a little bit to hang. So unless your feet are gone, then you can climb and sprint. Because that's not really a climb, it's more just a mess up your rhythm type of a climb. So I would use it either on the first flat section after it's all one big flat section, but it seems like for whatever reason, there's a little bit of a surge coming out of the downhill. Maybe people are just trying to keep the momentum high. And then it's almost like people let up a little bit. And then it goes again. Kind of a last dig before the finish line there. So right in that section, there's two different times where I'd use that. So my frustration is I'd already positioned my cursor over in my power up. You guys couldn't see my power ups, but for the last lap, as we cross into the banner for the last lap to start, I picked up a drafting power up. All right, maybe second best one I'd choose, and so I'd already positioned my mouse, it's all good. Wait for it, someone burned, I think it was a guy in the front, burned a drafting power up with like it was like a long straightaway. Well, it was a short section, left turn, long straightaway, right turn, opens up to the finish. Somewhere in that short section there, I think he flipped it on, but it was in the front, so that didn't make any sense. So he was getting no benefit from it, unless someone came around. But why not just wait on it? So I'm pretty sure it was the front guy. So the second guy thought of attacking, because you can see his avatar start to get up a little, get out of the saddle and then sit back down. So I wasn't watching his wattage, but that means his watts per kilogram was going up. Spiked for a second. Maybe he just grabbed another gear and was winding it up or something, but he was starting to go, and you can see him kind of coming around a little bit. He did try and come around. The front guy, who still had the drafting power up in use in play, would have then benefited from it. So that wasn't the best timing on that play. You know, unless he's a good sprinter, you need to wait, because the guy in the front's been in the front doing all the work. So I'm sitting third wheel, everything's good, staying tight, but staying in third wheel, watching. Right about the time they're done playing that, and the guy in the front, his power-up's about to end. You can see it start to flash. Second wheel starts to think about going around. I got to drop my my drafting power up, because now I get the draft off of two people in front of me. I don't care which one's in front. Whoever's in front of me, I get the draft off of. As I come around, I get the draft off the next guy, and then I'm going to open it up and just keep going. I don't get the draft anymore, but I'm going to use that kind of as a slingshot, because my wattage holds more value, because I don't need as much watts to stay with them. So that extra wattage I'm getting is actually going to be almost a multiplier on my sprint, or an addition to my sprint. So I go to drop that and look at where I'm going to start accelerating. It doesn't go. So I'm playing around with my mouse. It doesn't go. It finally goes. I look up and there's a gap. Already made the turn. I can't even, I mean, best I could maybe catch them. But I went all out. There's no way, I mean, I didn't have enough runway left. It's absolutely frustrating because I played it right. Some stupid button didn't work. But I guess that's what I get for trying to play the game instead of just trying to race. Oh well, like I said, frustrating. Still came in a decent spot, I think. But I really wish. I know that everyone likes the fact that this is how gameplay works within Zwift. But if it's supposed to be realistic, any ride that has a lead-in, and even these that just have starting pens, do a neutral start. You could easily make it, I mean, in real life, that's how it is. People are not sitting on a trainer, winding up to 400 or 500 watts, and then go. They have to get going. Right, so you could easily put some sort of a throttle, like a gate, if you will, similar to how you do with a start with a car at a neutral start. On any big, you see it all over in the tours, the big tours. We had it when I used to do organized collegiate racing when I went to college. Right, so the way collegiate racing works is each college hosts an event, and the colleges travel to each other's spots and then they compete. All right, so I was in charge of putting ours on. So we had 3 events over 2 days: individual time trial, criterium, and a road race. And the road race was awesome. It was out in the middle of the forest, is where it started and ended. But the end was awesome because you're out in the middle of nowhere, no cars around. It's like a lane and a half wide road, but no cars are on that road at all. It's an uphill finish, but because of that, it's kind of narrow for the downhill start. Right, so you have a start where everyone is parked and getting warmed up and all that, and that's where you're going to finish. But when you start, you don't want to have a bunch of people racing down this hill on a narrow road and have everyone crash before the race even starts. So even then we did neutral starts, right? Everyone rides together out to a certain point. Wave a flag, okay, ready, drop it, the guy in the car takes off, so there's no drafting behind the car, and then the race officially starts, right? So I get everyone's like, oh, yay, this is just how it is. Like, all right, well, doesn't mean you can't fix it. Anyway. All right, I'll step off my soapbox now. All right, guess I'll take this to 4 miles and then just call this a cool down. Come back to race another day. I'll have to listen to the audio when I'm done here. See if it picked it up better. I tried to test and it seemed like it was more of an isolated sound to me. Less background noise, picked up me better, but I didn't have the fans running. There wasn't the game background noise running. So I'll have to listen to it and see how well we did. All right, well, big, giant, sloppy, sweaty mess, or whatever that was, 24th place. I know, get over it, right? That's racing. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and zip up. Like I said, I'm a big, sloppy, sweaty mess, so I'm cooling down quickly in the fans. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to stay notified, hit that subscribe button. My usual spiel. Down in the comments, I'll leave 3 pieces of data. 1, my Garmin data if you want to check it out. 2, a link to the hydration product I use called H2O. 3, a link to the Zwift maps. If there's something you want to see me do, let me know. Get on the calendar. With that, see, now here it shows my guys. So here are my stats. I don't know what it was doing before. All right, well, yes, we got new 1, 2, 3 personal records on the Crit City there. I think it was the end of laps 3, 4, and 5. 83 calories is not right. That was just from this. I wish they did a better job of this. That's not right either. That was for this little cool down. Anyway, as always, keep Zwifting. I will see you on the virtual side.